Hello, welcome to my experience. I'm your host, Kumi Diamond. Before we go into the business of the day, I have two questions. Okay, one question from Coffee on my Facebook page and a contribution from Sammy on my Facebook page too. Sammy said from the last episode of my experience that the couple should not take divorce as the last option, but they should seek counseling. Then Coffee wrote me a short note and said his friend is in a relationship and the guy doesn't have a source of income. He's not even settled as a man, but his girlfriend is insisting they should get married because she believes she is a blessing to him, and if they marry, everything will be all right. Now Coffee wants to know if his friend should continue with that relationship or end the relationship. Coffee, my advice to you, your friend, is that in marriage, there are no permanent guarantees or permanent certainties. You can be very rich, and when you get married to the wrong person, you can be poor. And you may be poor and you marry the right girl, and everything in your life changes. So in that case, the Bible also says that any man that cannot provide for his family, he is worse than an infidel. I would like you to advise your friend, if he's watching, encourage him to watch on Sickles production page my experience, that he should learn a skill. There are works out there. You cannot say you don't have a job. If you don't get a blue collar job or a white collar job, you can learn a skill. You can be a mechanic, a carpenter, a pure water seller, a recharge car seller, but you should be able to put food on your table first before you think about marriage. But if the girl is well-to-do and you feel she can depend on you and that you're not a lazy guy, you're ready to work, fine, you can go ahead and move on with the relationship. If not, don't deceive her, because you don't know how much time she has to wait for your friend to come on and be ready for marriage. Okay, back to the business of the day. This is a true life story that happened. My stories are always true because these people call me and they talk to me. Now, this lady met a guy who was a married man. And ladies, I'm not encouraging you to date married men. They are not your husband. A married man will not be there for you. He is not your own. You need to marry your own husband. Then you have your own life. She dated this married man for 8 months. And in that 8 months, every 2 weeks, he comes to Accra and gives her 2,000 Ghana cedis. He works with a mining company, so he had the money. So every 2 weeks, she knows that she will have 2,000 Ghana cedis. And that continued for 8 months. After 8 months, his company had an issue and they closed down. When they closed down, he stopped picking her calls. He had to take care of his family, of course. He had to save the little money he had to take care of his kids and his wife. So he stopped talking to the girl. Now, this girl did not invest this money in any business. 2,000 cedis per week times 8 months is 64,000 cedis. That is 6.4 million naira. And she couldn't invest it. Instead, she was going to club, going for partying, sleeping in the most expensive hotels, having all the iPhones, iPads, and the rest. Now the guy is gone. She felt so frustrated. She didn't have a business to her name. She didn't have anything attached to her. She decided, of all profession, to choose prostitution. She will go to this London Avenue in East Legon, Accra, and stand at night and wait for who will come and give her 50 cedi or 100 cedi for the night. When I say 50 cedi, that's 5,000 naira. 100 cedi is like 10,000 naira for a night. From 2,000 Ghana cedi per week to 50 cedi per night. What a fall. Prostitution is not the way. Now, until one day, the friend of the man was passing and he saw her. He was shocked. So he came down and bargained, and she agreed for 100 cedis. And he said, "What are you doing here?" Then she started crying that she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't have investment. Her life is over. My sister, your life is not over. You can sell pure water. You can be a housekeeper. You can be the person selling mama put. You can go and learn how to braid hair. You can learn tailoring. There are skills now that are paying ladies. prostitution cannot help you. It will bring disease, HIV, hepatitis, and all sorts of things. And also, it means you don't have value for yourself and for your self-esteem. For me, there is no excuse for being a prostitute. So, wherever you are, I'm advising you on my experience. Change. Choose a skill. Be wise. Thank you for watching my experience with Kumi Diamonds today. You can check us out on Sickles Production page on Facebook and on YouTube. You can also send me your messages on Talita Kumi Ibrahim on Facebook, and my official Facebook is Official Kumi D, and also on YouTube Official Kumi D. Thank you so much. And on Twitter you can get me Official Kumi D. See you next week for another true life experience. Thank you.